Hi guys, what's up? It's Joel Pitt here, back with another video, and in this video I'll be doing a review for a movie that I've seen recently on Now TV. This is called She's Out of My League. In the last video I did a review for Drunk Parents, which I'll leave linked to down below. There are going to be spoilers in this review, even though this film is a couple of years old. But without further ado, let's get on with it. So yeah, this film was released on the 12th of March 2010. It's got a 3-star rating on Now TV. I watched it on the 28th of April, but just not had time to upload the video. So the whole moral of the story is there's this guy called Kirk, and he works at Pittsburgh Airport as a security worker, you know, near the scanners, and he's played by Jay Baruchel, who's been in like This Is the End with Jonah Hill and Seth Rogen. And then there's this other character called Molly, who's a blonde bombshell played by Alice Eve. She's an event planner. At the start, he was doing this practice speech because he had an ex and he was going to try and win her back. They broke up after Valentine's, and the name of the ex was called Marnie, and she's played by Lindsay Sloane. She's now with Ron, played by Hayes MacArthur, and for some reason both of them still live in his house after the breakup, which is weird. At the airport, I think the workmates of Kirk were talking to Molly, seeing if she needed any help, because I think they're trying to win her over, but then Kirk's just like this chilled guy that doesn't want anything to happen and doesn't want them to get involved. One of Kirk's workmates was trying to get the shoes off and the belt. You got any piercings? He said. It was like Kirk was just like, just come through and we'll see if it sets it off. But then his workmate still stopped him. She ended up losing her phone, and this is where like Kirk, it was after he returns the phone, but things happen. When Molly calls the phone, her mate, I think called Patty, played by Kristen Ritter, said, "Are you a plane doctor?" Or talking to her like, "Who's this? Sorry." And then I think someone was asking, "Oh, you shouldn't be on your phone." And then she said, "Are you a plane doctor?" He's just like, "Look, no, so shut the F up." Kirk was keeping hold of the phone because she was only going to be in New York for one day. So when she came back, he would give the phone. Then Patty said, "Dude, go S in your hand," to the same guy that was telling not to be on the phone or get off the phone. So there was this party at the Andy Warhol Museum, and they came up. We heard, are you here to arrest her? Are you going to search me?" Because it was Kirk and his other mate. He had like a blue jacket, can't remember his name at the moment because I wrote it on later on. What's up, Freckles? I think this was Patty or something, and I don't know. Sister said she dropped some mushrooms on the floor, bumped into Kirk. He was like, "No, I don't want any," because she said, "Oh, I dropped them on the floor," whatever. So Katie is Molly's sister, I think younger sister, because she's 20 turning 21. They were seeing a hockey game, Molly and Patty, and asked Kirk, "Do you want to come along? I've got 2 spare tickets." So he said yes, but like he didn't see the sign straight away. He didn't think, "Oh, she likes me," or whatever. Molly is into Kirk. It was a double date, but like Stainer and Patty weren't really there. But then when they Stainer, who's played by TJ Miller, went off with Molly to get some drinks, Patty and Kirk had a chat about the whole situation, and Patty was saying, "Oh, Molly does like you. You don't know it though." Kirk, he's saying he's a 5. Molly is a 10 though. She asked him out, basically. We then saw Cam during this date, who's played by Jeff Stoltz, who's an ex of Molly, who's all this, Jack the Lad guy, but like she's always gone for the wrong people that's why she's going for Kirk. So Kirk wore one of the jackets like the waiter. He was returning something to a lady, but some guy was like, "Oh, here you go." I'm like, "No, I'm not a waiter." And people thought he was taking orders. When Cam sat down, he was like, "Oh, I'll have this, that." He was like, "You've got it wrong. You know, I'm not a waiter." Molly's phone was ringing. It was Patty, but she didn't answer, which is good because you don't answer the phone on a date if you enjoy the person, or really you shouldn't do anyway because it's rude. They get in the seatbelt. They ended up kissing. They were on a conveyor belt. Friends kept asking about Wendy. I think this was the other person, friends of Molly, and it was the guy in the blue jacket, but he was married. Don't know why though. Mum laughing because like Kirk took Molly round to his house, and his dad was like, "I say," he was probably gonna say, if that makes sense. He was like, "I," but his mum hit him in the stomach. This is the dad, if you understand. Marnie was like showing her body when Kirk was there, but then put it away when Molly came in because she was jealous, basically. There was hand on lap. Then Marnie decided to wear better clothes, coughing, getting the attention of Kirk again. They were doing this. They were going to go on this family trip, which they asked Molly, "Do you want to come?" Whatever. There's this bar downstairs. We were doing like this hockey stuff. Then they went back to hers one point. There was this dog that was like some owners or something she was looking after. Nice place and experimenting. And then I think Kirk got a stain, or basically he peed himself because he got a bit excited, and the dog licked it. He didn't want to get up because he was embarrassed. The parents were there, came in. So yeah, Marnie works at the airport. I think same job or something as Kirk. Like I said at the start, they saw Molly again. She was like, "Why did you do that?" Whatever. He came out with the truth. It was a good thing he did. Saying he peed his pants, whatever. Patty was like, you should still do this, you know. He told you the truth. Then they went for bowling, movies, aquarium, did a walk, baseball game. He then was shaving his privates. He had a hand from the guy with the blue jacket. I think he's called Devon, actually, I remember, who's played by Nate Torrance. And then he was helping him. They had a birthday for Kate's 21st, which Kirk helped organise. So Kate winked at Stainer. Don't know why. And then Patty saw, pulled a finger. I think Kate liked Stainer or something. I'm not too sure. Wendy, who's played by Jessica Nicole, spoke to Devon, but then he introduced him to his wife. He was like, "Oh, we haven't met, whatever." That's a lie. Cam was there at the party telling Kirk about something to do with Molly. Kirk was saying, "Oh, she's all perfect, whatever," and then Cam said like, "Well, not really." Molly took Kirk back to hers. They were doing stuff. Then Molly showed Kirk this defect on her foot. It was basically some skin, and it was between the big toe and the second index toe, I guess you'd call it, the one next to the big toe. And it was like the skin was like basically, you know, I think it's like, you know, fish scale. If you had like fish hands, you'd have something in between the two fingers. It was kind of like that or something. Kirk left and told the truth about, you know, Molly going for him because he's a safe option basically. He got back with Marnie. They were going to Branton Bound or something, but then Tina Jordan, who's Stainer's ex, works at the French fry factory at the airport. They were talking about it ages on, saw her but didn't take notice. Kirk doesn't believe he's a 10, same as Stainer, but he's like, you gotta have confidence, whatever. So he decided to get off the plane, but then he couldn't because then he would get a fine if he opened the door. Then they managed to stop the plane. They got onto a buggy, but Kirk whacked Marnie off. Then at the end, they were in a private plane. He was taking private lessons as well. Didn't know that. But anyway, yeah, that's all for this review. Overall, good movie, great storyline, very funny as well. I would give it 3 stars. But anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.